Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Option Pit Morning Volatility Report. It is Andrew Giovinazzi. I think I'm the Director of Education and maybe Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com. I also do risk management for Carbon Line Capital, our hedge fund division. And here, blogs. I'm doing more blogs. If you want to see Mark's VIX stuff on Kramer, go see Kramer. If you want to see the methodology behind Mark's VIX stuff on Kramer, read our blogs. They're free and informative. Well, maybe I think they're informative, but I write them, so what the heck. If you want more stuff from us, we'll have a Saturday class. I believe, I don't know if it's on our event page yet. It might be. Our master class is right now, but we're having a Saturday class in early April, so look for that. It will be on volatility in the VIX. April 6th is the date. So get ready for that. If you're already an Option Pit Live member, you get the Saturday classes for free. We run them usually, I don't know, 6 a year or something like that. Mark also usually does one, what we'll call open webinar every month. So that's what we got going on. Ideas for today. Well, it sounds strange, but we've got SPX up, VIX up. So I think what we'll discuss today in our chat room is basically like a long realized vol trade. The market wants a trade deal. Trump they put out some sort of, we're going to keep the tariffs on, probably to pressure the negotiations. I don't know if that works or not, but it seems like that's what it is. But be that as it may, we have SPX up, VIX up, SPX up and down today. Yep. I think you want to press a long SPX, like long VIX type of trade. We'll take a look at that in the chat room today. Because one of the magic parts is VIX is relatively low cash level wise. So that makes doing things in VIX more interesting because all the options are cheaper. So you don't need much. Now the trade stuff is in April. So what is that going to do for us? What is that going to do as far as, 2850 was the recent high. So that's kind of an easy target to get to. You look at maybe calendars, 2850 calendars, short-term calendars are very inexpensive. I was pricing them this morning. See if they're good enough for a trade. So that kind of stuff. Also, too, I mean, I'm not saying this, but the all-time high for QQQ was in 193, and we're 13 points away from that right now. Okay, 13 points away. So I don't know what's going on, but tech seems to be growing continually outside of this cloud. So real simple, cheap volatility in MU. I mean, just look, where was MU? Now, I'm not going to say it's going to go back to its all-time highs or whatever, but it was a $65 stock. Now earnings are much lower than they were. So the earnings, MU is a very cyclical stock. So it might be at the bottom of its earnings cycle currently, or it's kind of on the comeback of the earnings cycle. It doesn't look great from the earnings. They just weren't as bad, I think, as everybody thought. Since MU is extremely cyclical stock as far as chips go, we could see a little pop there, all right? How about other chip stocks? NVIDIA. right? NVIDIA was, I mean, remember, like in December, we laughed, the 150 puts in NVIDIA, traded 140, now 180 on the way back up, okay? Was a 290, what, 300 bucks or something? I remember that strangle, right? Buying the 280 put in the 300 calendar for not very much money, and it went to like $1 jillion. I would be setting that up in the opposite way now. Cheap put calendars and long calls in NVIDIA. Stuff like that where, you know, we're on the other side of the, you know, we're in the glasses more, I'll look at it in the half full side and kind of protecting again here. Vol is not at the dead lows. But remember, and we were looking at trades like this where I think some of those call spreads are now getting closer to the money, but 180, 200 call spreads, stuff like that, that you could have some lift in, right? Because remember, our moves are more reflective of, you know, 20, 30, 40 points because of that crash. That opened up a lot of opportunity as far as options trading. I like MU, I'm long that stock. I like NVIDIA, long that stock. And ways to leverage those trades. Apple, long that stock, ways to leverage that trade at 200. So nothing super complicated. Let's just see if we can find some cheap leverage. And, you know, I would like to see VIX confirm this rally and get past some of this stuff. The Fed not rising rates and not emptying the balance sheet, I don't think that's long-term very good, but the algos like it. So the market's up a little bit today, and we're maybe looking at the highs that we were just at, the recent highs. So I wouldn't qualify any of that as really great news. But maybe it's enough just to keep the status quo going and let technology earnings kind of move things around. That's what we got. The other thing I'll mention is Biogen down a ton, and because of their Alzheimer drug. What is it down? You don't see many stocks down 80 bucks, but this one. So, you know, is it a buy? I don't know. I have to look a little more at it. We'll look at the pricing. I don't even think they have any options that cheap. It was a bit of a surprise to everybody. So this here just means they're on, they're getting them ready to list for tomorrow. So there'll probably be a little more opportunity when some strikes show up in the stock. But wow, they built a lot of value into that. There might be some bargains around in some of the other biotech stocks that are falling in sympathy as well. So that's a possibility. Or maybe just do like the XBI and they're shellacking. Ah, look at that. It's actually up on the day with Biogen down a ton. So there could be a little something in there. But that's about it as far as vol goes. You want to see some confirmation, like 1235 VIX. That was such a crappy markdown, but nonetheless, that's what it was. You know, I think 12.5 is probably the reasonable low until we have actually some trade news coming out. It could take us a month or a week to get there, to be honest, for VIX. So until we have more, better, positive news that's permanent, I think that's what we get. Although it does appear the Fed has taken any rate lifts off the table. And the last time I checked, anytime they have done that, we have rallied. We have rallied or at least stayed flat, and vol has eventually gone down. So take that as your marker. It's hard to fight the Fed, at least for right now. All right, everybody, have a good day. We'll see you in our chat room. And hopefully you'll be in for our Saturday class coming up. I believe if you come to Option Pit, you can sign up for Option Pit Live and get the Saturday class for a month for like $7. It's the cheapest price we have for that stuff. All right, everybody, have a good